Hi Pisces, this is Angel Aura Divination, and I'm here to give you a spiritual tarot and oracle message that's going to be geared towards a message from your guides. I've already prayed over my cards to connect to your guides, to help you on your own spiritual path, and so they might be coming through this reading for you, whether you're watching this in the future or when it comes out. I'm using the Angelarium Oracle of Emanations to give a better idea of who your guides might be, what they might look like, or what they might be around you for. This is also going to be a tarot reading as well, where I'm going to be using the Wheel of the Year Tarot to give you a tarot reading and a message about what your guides might be wanting to tell you, or what the purpose of your relationship with them is, or why they don't show themselves to you and stuff like that, depending on what your relationship to your guides is. This is supposed to be a collective reading, so I'm not going to be putting a lot of labels on it, but I do acknowledge that, you know, some people have deities, some people have saints, some people have, you know, God, some people have Orisha, some people have galactic ancestors or things like that, you know what I mean? So this could be any of that. Just keep in mind that this is an open reading for anybody who wishes to be here. It's supposed to resonate for anybody who watches it, so let's get into it. And if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. I would love it if you subscribe, leave a like if you enjoy this reading, and also leave a comment if this does resonate for you. The Angelarium Oracle of Emanations is oracle deck that has different angelic concepts and also different branches of the tree of life represented in the oracle. So it might have different names of different angels in here that have been given like specific purposes, but they're not necessarily a representation of archangels. I'm really only using this oracle to give me an indication of who your guide might be, but not who your guide is directly. I'm not going to put a label on it like that because I think that's too exclusive. Let's get a card out for Pisces, please. We have Zachriel, the Angel of Memory. This guide has many different links to many different aspects of past lives and even present lives. This guide seems to be very old, but also very knowledgeable and also very wise. This guide helps you cut cords and create cords that are going to benefit you for your highest good in this life and in past lives. This guide might even help you connect deeper to your intuition so that you can make better choices for the relationships you have in this life. This is a neutral gendered guide, meaning that they do not seem to, at least in this depiction, have very much of a gender identity. Even if they are more masculine or more feminine, they are more about the connection between you and them, and they are possibly even also helping you with shadow work. This guide also might not have a specifically human form if it is not an ancestor. So keep all of that in mind. This guide works with the light and the dark, so it might be a representation of that in certain aspects depending on what it is. So let's get some tarot cards out to give you a better indication of who this guide might be. This guide also might have been working with you for a long time and you have had different relationships with them, or they might have worked with you a long time ago and they are kind of coming through this reading right now to kind of give you a deeper indication of some of the lessons or even how proud they are of you where you're at now. They like how strong you are. They also like how, some of you might even be like shadow workers, which would be really interesting. If you're a shadow worker, I would love to see it in the comments. Or you've just done a lot of shadow work in your time. We have the King of Cups here to give me a deeper indication of your guide. This might be a spirit that really enjoys liquid offerings like water or alcohol or different things like that. This guide also might connect with you when you drink a lot of alcohol, but ultimately the King of Cups is here to show that they also help you kind of stabilize your emotions. So especially if you're a more experienced individual when it comes to working with your guides, they kind of want you to be reminded of that journey that they went on with you, where they helped you ground yourself emotionally before you started on your true spiritual path. They also might like roses. They're actually even saying that this could even have been like a past love that gave you roses, or they might even be a past life connection, and in the past life they gave you roses and that kind of resonated for you in this life or you kind of really like roses, or it is difficult to receive roses from other people, especially if this being, this spirit is not with you in this current life, right? So the next two cards out that we have, which is really talking about your spiritual purpose here, or their purpose as well. Actually, yes, now it's resonating. It makes sense. Okay, we have the Page of Cups, which is the Princess of Cups in this deck. We also have the Two of Pentacles. So if they were, for those of you who do resonate with that message about them being a past life lover or a past life relationship where they did have a romantic relationship with you in that way, they do see you looking for other romantic relationships now. They might have even known you or connected with you through childhood. They might have even passed away. And if this is the first time you're hearing about that, I just want to say I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? My condolences are out, or my condolences are expressed to you at this moment, because if this was a past life connection, as in a past life in this current lifetime, this might have been a relationship that you had in your youth that is gone now. This person is no longer alive. And they see you wanting to have new relationships, and they do support it, although they are a little jealous. This person could have been a water sign. This person also could have been a fire sign, because the King of Wands landed right next to the King of Cups. They are helping you possibly manifest a deeper connection with your own guides, or with your own intuition, or your own spirituality. They also really want to see you do more work, more spiritual work, or more spiritual understanding of your relationship with this entity, with this being, with this guide. They also kind of wanted you to understand that they do come to you through the form of animals, or through the form of possibly even like apparitions that look like animals and things like that. This guide, we have the World out here. This guide also really wants you to understand that they do kind of covet you when and even if this is an ancestor, not necessarily somebody who was in a romantic relationship with you, they really did enjoy spending time with you and being around you. This even could have been like a father figure. Yeah, it could have even been like a grandfather, where this individual has had a lot of past lives with you in different forms, and they want you to have more abundance. They might have even given you like gifts, or like certain knowledge to help you go down your own more financially free path, possibly even freer than them, whether that's freer in regards to the freedoms that you've been given in this life from like the government, but also free in the aspect that you have more opportunities to have more abundance in your life than they did. And they want you to be grounded in that energy where you are grateful. They want you to practice gratitude. This is not a guide that really looks for a lot of offerings, whether they receive them or not, but they are kind of saying that you're a very important person to them, and that they are here to help you. I'm even seeing here that they're willing to help you grow your own abundance, where right now you only have 2 pennies to rub together, and in the future you're going to have full financial, full material abundance, possibly even a deep soulmate relationship with somebody, or just a very fortuitous or prosperous marriage. They said they like the goddess energy. So if you work with goddesses, or if if there are even people who call themselves goddesses and stuff like that. So if you're any of those, if you're that kind of person, or if you're a practitioner who works with that divine feminine energy, they really appreciate that you are able to do that, because they were more of a divine masculine here with the King of Cups and the King of Wands. Or they might have even like known that you were going to be spiritual if they knew you in this life, or if they were around you when you were young. And they wanted you to kind of go on that path, and they might have even pushed you into having a more divine feminine aspect to yourself, as opposed to having a divine masculine aspect, or not really understanding those spiritual concepts at the depth that you do. They actually, for some reason, they said you only get your flowers when you're dead, or something like that. I don't remember how that saying goes exactly, but you get your flowers after you die, or something like that. And it's saying that like it's two things. If that might be in reference to if you knew them and they were dead, or if you communicated with them after a long time of separation prior to their death, if they were alive during your lifetime. But they're also saying that they want you to be they want people to appreciate you, so they're pushing you down a spiritual or a career path where you're going to be appreciated by others, and that way you'll get the flowers that they didn't get because you had the freedom to do work that they didn't do, or to have experience that they couldn't have for whatever reason, because it's not actually expressed here. And it could be about financial, but it could also be about like it could also be about like freedoms, like literal, like you have more rights than I did when I was born type energy, or you had more rights with the law, with the government that you live under than I did when I was alive. They do help you if you've done any cord cutting. They do help you with that. They might even want you to do more cord cutting work, whether that's through visualization or through ritual work. They would also appreciate possibly a candle offering, but nothing lavish. This guide does not like lavish offerings. This guide does not like a big lavish altar. This guide is more about helping you have a simple life, helping you have prosperity, bringing abundance to your life, helping you be the goddess that you are, is what they said. And that's all I'm really getting from this reading. This energy is very calm. It's very well spoken. Although I haven't really been having a lot of problems speaking, but the way that it's communicating to me is very much calm, well spoken, easygoing. It's kind of like this guide is really pushing that enlightened spiritual calmness onto you as well. They really want you to be like that, or they really want you to experience that kind of peace. And so they're really trying to help you get there. So if this resonated, I would love a like. I would love to hear about how it resonated for you in the comments. I would also really appreciate a subscribe. Also find me on my other social media, and I will see you in your next reading, Pisces. Goodbye.